People who accept credit cards. Every year in April and October, Visa and Mastercard get together and they determine kind of their plans, which means their rates, which means you and I know they're going to go up. And most people don't know that. They'll say, well, my rate is this. I think it's a pretty good rate. Well, then we'll look and see at all the monthly charges that are on there and realize that's not the rate. That's not what you're really paying. So most people don't know that. The rates can change every April and October. With shipping, we're seeing a lot more surcharges on top of surcharges. So last month, I told my financial friends about that. Like, hey, it used to just be surcharges were around the holidays. Now we're seeing, a surcharge on top of a fuel surcharge. So things that people need to start
Mhm.
paying attention to.
Yeah, interesting. Uh, just thinking about the uh, the tariff conversations today, I have clients who are massively impacted by those, and they're trying to figure out down to the penny how to not be so expensively priced out of the market. When you talk about credit card payments or shipping or telecom, it may sound like small numbers, but when you're working so hard to keep your prices in line so you're competitive, it's not small numbers, it's important numbers.
It's important numbers. And honestly, Rick, I'll get that pushback from people and say, well, those aren't our biggest costs. Our biggest costs are people and benefits. And I'll say, well, that's exactly the reason you ought to look at your indirect costs because you don't think they're important. They've probably been going on cruise control for 15 years or so, 10 or 15 years. That's why you need to readjust them because you haven't thought they were important.
Yeah. So just this has been really interesting. Got, I think, two or three final questions. One, who's your ideal client?
Oh, yeah. Ideal client for me probably starts with annual revenue 3 to 5 million and up. And it's not that I can't help people smaller than that. I absolutely can. But usually I like to do that with a partner. So if a partner says, hey, Robin, I have this client, they're at 1.5 million and they're having trouble with their credit cards. Can you come in and help? Yes. I just don't necessarily go looking for clients that are smaller than that 2 to 3 million. Industry doesn't really matter. The thing that matters, and this is the thing that I can't gauge until I meet them, is a willingness and an openness to look at something differently.